Hi guys, Mew2King, and now I'm going to continue with the tier list for 5.0, and I'll start on the high tier characters. Hey guys, we just wanted to thank Pro Guides for helping us out with this video. Pro Guides helps you get better at competitive Smash Ultimate from professional players like Zero and now MK Leo. You have seen Leo on our channel, and now he's helping you get tips on how to beat Joker and get better at Smash in general in his new Pro course on Pro Guides. Pro Guides brings in their staff directly from the Smash community to ensure accurate information important for both competitors and potential competitors. Both the website and YouTube channel is packed full of character guides, meta and patch information, and more. Make sure to click the link in the description to check out MK Leo's new Pro course and subscribe to their YouTube channel to enter their giveaways. So we'll start now. Okay, so at the bottom of that, I have Hero. Hero's kind of hard. Honestly, Hero's hard to rank, so I'll just get this out of the way. Since Heroes has a lot of RNG and luck, you have to just kind of get like an average of like what his average luck might be. But he's somewhere in high tier if you on average. I don't know where in high tier because it's too hard to place. Because like when you down B, you have like all these different moves, and you don't know what's gonna pop up and how convenient it is for the timing. You don't necessarily need that because you have like you have other moves. You have like Fireball, the Fire, and the Lightning, which are good too. But yeah, there's so much variance, as you already know. It's hard to give an exact placing. I think his average is a high tier. Then we have Banjo. Banjo might be top tier, but for now, I'm just going to put him high tier. Tweak picked him up pretty fast, and Scott top 5 just using Banjo. Now I know it's Tweak, but you can't just do it with a bad character. You don't see him do enough Bowser Jr. because no point. I played Salem's Banjo. He just grenade pooped behind him and then just ran away, and it's just super obnoxious. Banjo's literally that character who you just run away and be obnoxious for the entire match. If you try to actually fight him straight up, you're not playing him right. Then we have Luigi. Speaking of obnoxious, this character literally just tries to grab you at 0 and then kill you, or 0 to 90 or something. He just tries to grab you somewhere between 0 to 20 and then try to kill you. That's very strong. He has a lot of good tools, and that tool alone, and the fact that you have to play a certain way around it. For example, let's say you're always jumping in the air. Well, now you gave up the state's control to Luigi just because you're scared of one option. Just the fact that it exists in the first place and you have to play a certain way around it. That just makes him stronger in general. And then after this, we have the Belmonts. Now, I think the Belmonts are a lot better against characters that can approach, but let's not ignore results as well. Well, I'll make an analogy from my last video. Remember how I said Samus could shoot projectiles and then up you a shield when you get close? The Belmonts do that strategy that Samus does even more effectively. Belmonts have multiple ways of camping, which around the same level as Samus, maybe even better because of the range they cover and the way they protect them. But Belmonts also have a super fast up-B to shield, so all you have to do is keep camping. Oh, they hit my shield, let me up-B to shield. Also, they're one of the best ledge trappers in the game. Potentially the best, but at minimum, they're like by far one of the best ledge trappers in the game. And ledge trapping is very important. After this, I will put Ken. I heard from, as I said in the last video, I heard that Ken is a much stronger character than Ryu. I heard this from almost every source. And from what I've seen online, from like the Twitter clips and stuff. I hate using Twitter clips as an example, but I mean, it is what it is. I could just say videos, but yeah. I've seen examples where you only have to make like 2 reads and take the whole. You can literally just take their whole stock on like 2 reads. You do a big combo and then a 50-50. And if you get the 50-50 right, you just finish the rest of the combo, and you just kill them super fast. So that's a very good punish game. When you have a punish game like that, you can't. It's hard to say a character's bad when a character has that level of a punish game. Next, I'll have Yoshi. Yoshi has really good camping with the eggs. It's very, very good camping. You can whittle that shield down for free, and then just do whatever mix-ups you want. So you get a free whittle down their shield with eggs. It's hard to edge guard them because you can throw the eggs and maneuver left and right, mix up the left and right drift. You can also just like fastball fair and air if they're waiting for it. They have good recovery. They can super armor if they're double jump. They have a really fast narrative shield. It's buffers. They have a lot of tools. This character is solid overall. They don't win the turns and stuff, but they always do solid. I think the character is high tier. Next we'll have Chrom. I used to think Roy and Chrom were like right next to each other, but the more time goes on, the more I see that I think Roy's side B base. This really comes down to the fact that Chrom's up B gets exploited by a lot of characters. Like Peach just has to do Toad, for example. A lot of characters can go over it and just a lot of characters can just go over it and just spike it. And a lot of characters can just like counter it. Now you can sweet spot like Lucina's counter and Peach's Toad counter, but like it's especially hard on Peach's Toad counter because if she just does the counter, if you don't do a completely perfect sweet spot to the ledge, then the Toad will hit you, and you would just instant kill you. That's just like one example. So I finally decided that I think Roy is slightly better. But first I'll mention Bowser. I think Bowser's also around the same level. Bowser, I pretty much, I use Bowser, like, I've used Bowser, Joker, Wolf, Lucina, and stuff a lot. I've settled on Bowser, but I think one of the reasons I settled on Bowser, honestly, is because I got a lot of practice online. And among those characters, he was one of the 2 that I could actually practice online. So over the months, I've got a lot of practice with him, and then I just like, well, screw it. I played the game a lot with him already. I actually kind of know what to do. So I got, that was one of the reasons I actually main Bowser. But then you see Leon's results, and he does pretty good. So Bowser can't be that bad. So I'll put him in high tier now. Next I'll have Wolf. Now I think Wolf fell off a lot, actually. My Wolf compared to my Bowser, I tend to do better against the less good players with Wolf. Like my Wolf's more consistent. But my Bowser's seems better against the top level players. Like that's how it's been for me recently over the past like few tournaments. I feel like they're both close to the same level, even though Wolf has better results. It's like even Zachary, who's like the best Wolf, he's like trying to drop Wolf for other characters. Like he uses R.O.B, he uses Joker, he uses like Poke. I don't remember the last one. Did he have a Pokemon trainer or something? I don't remember. And then he uses Banjo, and he does good with all these characters. So I feel like he was just carrying Wolf. And then even the best Wolves, who are like Leo and Zachary, they're just like. They just don't even use them anymore at this point, or they've constantly been on a trend of moving away from the character. And then I'll have Lucina. I feel like that trio is like really close. I play all 3 characters, so I feel like I have a decent opinion. I feel like it's really hard to rank all 3. I've always thought Lucina was kind of overrated and just carried by Leo. But then we have Proto Banham, who also has good results. But after watching him, I think he's actually just outplaying his opponents. But yeah, it's hard to say. Lucina might be top tier. And then we have Roy after that. I think Roy is better than Lucina and Chrom at this point because just the comeback factor on side B is too strong. And then like you have the down tilt leads to a tech chase, which is basically either a guaranteed hit or a 50-50 depending on the situation. Like it's usually into it. If you do it near the edge from center stage, just most of the time it's just a 50-50 because if they don't tech roll in, you can only just side B everything. Yeah, I think he's solid, but the main reason he's so good is because the side B base knockback is just too high. Then we have Game Watch. Game Watch has a frame 3 up B at a shield, same as Mario, and you can combo off it. And that means you basically can't hit a shield. And also projectile characters, which is like half the good characters. He's like, no, you want to shoot energy at me? Well, I have this bucket. You want to shoot a projectile at me? Well, I'm going to bounce it back at you. So all the camping you would do with half the characters in the game, especially the good characters, he's like, no. He presses down B, and he's like, no. And after that, we have Greninja. Greninja, I actually believe, might be top tier. This character is very underrated. I'm only not putting him there because, like, results are okay. Remember that crew battle where Samsora, as good as Samsora is, he still got 3-stock by what's-his-name's Greninja. Like, Greninja is very strong as a character. He has pretty much everything. He has the drag down up airs, and you can do, like, tech chase, down smash, forward smash, whatever you want. He moves really fast. Mobility like that means he has options. When you have that level of mobility, it means you can handle different situations because you actually have options. And then his Nair is pretty safe. Like, you can just Nair and then try to read their next option. He has a lot going for him because of his speed and mobility. Next, we have Duck Hunt Dog. I want to start off by saying that when Ryder was at my house like a few months ago, he actually told me he thinks Duck Hunt Dog is probably top 15. Might have been 20 or 25, but I'm pretty sure he said he thinks Duck Hunt Dog's top 15. And then that was way before EVO happened, and then he even got top 8 at EVO with that Duck Hunt Dog. So there's that. I just want to throw that out there beforehand. Duck Hunt Dog could be a top tier character. I'm having him top a high tier for now, but he could very well just be top tier and top 15, like Ryder said. That's a very strong possibility. The thing is, you can cover so many options. You could just cover so many different options using all of your projectiles, and you just have to play very defensive and safe. You can just be very strong if you do that. You can handle and negate a lot of characters who can't get in well. And then we're getting to the top tier, even though some of those mentioned below could be top tier. I'll start off with Inkling. While some people have said Inkling's overrated, some also think he's underrated. Like I've heard the wide range of opinions from Salem thinks the character might be high tier, and then Tweak thinks the character could be potentially the best in the game. I've heard the whole wide range of opinions. But either way, you know the character's either anywhere between bottom of high to the top of top. So I'll just put him at the bottom of top for now, like an average of collective top player opinions. Definitely a very strong character still. Not as broken as people thought at first, probably, but still the tools the character has is very good. Same stuff we've said before. Has good mobility, amazing recovery. The back air is just so safe. It has like 6 frames landing lag, which is basically nothing. Next I'll go Pichu. I think people are overreacting to the Pichu nerfs. I think Pichu's still very strong. I guess compared to Pikachu, yeah, Pikachu's obviously better. But Pichu's still very good. Like, at top level, like, you can just play the same style, it's just, you're just not as broken now, because you do more damage to yourself. But you're not even going to die that early, because, like, I've had, like, Wolf back throw Pichu at, like, 140 from mid-stage, and Pichu still lives. And that's, like, the lightest character. Like, he doesn't really die as soon as you expect. And when you factor in his really good recovery, it's like, it's not even that, you're not even dying that early if you just play safe. Next I'll have Pac-Man. As we saw from T's results, Pac-Man can be very good. We also saw Tweak got taken to Game 5 by Pac-Man at a Shine. But I think it was Kiwi. So a bad character wouldn't be able to do that. You just play very defensive. Oh, you hit his... You just camp, kind of like what I mentioned with Samus before and Richter. You just camp, and then just if you don't approach, they get to become better. So it's like, you can just... Pac-Man just stalls, camps with the fire hydrant, sit behind it, get the fruit you want, power up to a better fruit. If you want to camp him back, well, guess what? Pac-Man's getting a better fruit. I think this character is insanely good and insanely underrated, and I don't know why more people don't see that yet. Next, I'll have Fox. Pretty much, Light has very good results, so obviously Fox has to be pretty good, and the competition's pretty decent, so you can't just do that with a bad character. Fox can do a lot of major combos, and then like drag down fair, and that leads to, if you miss the tech, he does the auto flowchart, auto pilot combo, or you can just tech chase and up smash him. And Nair is like pretty safe. You can just do Nair running up smash, and then when you're scared of Nair, you can just tomahawk grab, or if you're trying to block Nair and buffer like up B or something. Another thing you could do is the down air, because the down air has a multi-hit, and if you try to release it based on the timing of Nair, guess what? The last 2 hits or last hit of down air will hit you, and then you still get up smash. Next I'll have Mario. As we've seen from Dark Wizzy, as well as other players like Prodigy, from both singles and doubles, this character is obviously very good. He's very tied with game watts. He has a frame 3 up yet a shield, which does pretty decent damage. So if you try to hit his shield, you just get bodied. Back air is really safe. You can literally just do back air shield, and if you think they're not going to shield grab you, they can just block. Like, it blocks like every up B at a shield in the game, every Nair at a shield in the game, basically. As far as I know, it might be wrong. Very safe move, and then he has combos that can just kill you. So many stages besides like FDs, he just bans FD, and then just like he can wall jump off the walls, and he can just ladder combo you on the platforms, and sometimes he kills you, and when he doesn't kill you, he still does a lot of damage. The only thing he doesn't have is range, but if he had that, he'd be broken. Next I'll have Joker. Now, I think people are just flowcharting Leo's the best in the world. Leo uses Joker. Joker's the best in the game. No, I have to heavily disagree with that, because even before Ultimate came out, Leo was just the best in the world with multiple different characters. He was the best Meta Knight and the best Cloud and then the best Marth, and he won 2 chances in a row in Smash 4 without even losing a set. And then when Smash 4 came out, he convinced everyone Ike was broken, and he was carrying every single character, and he was best at one point, argued for top 2, never argued for less than top 2 at any point in time of any character. And so following the pattern of Leo being the outlier, and then seeing that Leo was the only Joker in like top 32 of EVO or something like that, then it's like, okay, he's usually the only Joker at top 32 of like every turn. I honestly think he's carrying the character. Leo also thinks people are overrating Joker because of his results. But we both agree the character's good, but not as good as people are saying. So that's why I have him here. There's not much to say about Joker, about like why he's good, because anyone who knows anything about Smash already knows enough about why the character's good. I think Shulk is crazy good. This character, when he's getting comboed, can literally just go into the yellow, or I'm just going to call it yellow mode, just to make everyone mad instead of shield mode. And I'm going to say yellow mode, and when he can just go into yellow mode, and then you take like, he just gets out of combos. Like Wolf, if Wolf does like a grab, if Wolf gets a grab on Shulk, and Wolf tries to do his little throw combo, Shulk just says nope, and then after he gets hit, Shulk punishes you back. It's like you can do that in so many situations where you just change when you're in hit stun. You just change colors. Now, if you have that as like a reflexive habit, like if you're a Shulk main, that's like a reflexive habit. You can get out of so many combos in bad situations doing that. And then his smash, like his forward air, when you go into the smash mode, or I'm just gonna call it red mode, his forward air kills at like 70, and then his short hop fair actually hits the top. His short hop fair actually hits the top battlefield platform. His purple mode you can do like 40 damage on a grab by just doing like a tilt or like a F tilt or down tilt. I forget if F smash works too. There's a lot of stuff he has. You can just, if you use all his tools correctly in different situations, he can be really strong, and I definitely think he's the best swordsman in the game. And then we have R.O.B, another character that I think is very underrated. R.O.B's, so let me talk a bit about R.O.B. R.O.B's down tilt, even R.O.B players admit it's broken. You basically can't, unless you have a super fast up to shield. Like if you don't have a Mario up to shield, then R.O.B has two moves, which is like, oh, I'm just going to destroy you, and you can't do anything. Or you can do anything, you can do things, but you're in a bad risk-reward scenario of the mix-up tree, just because I'm doing this and your character doesn't have a guaranteed get-out-jail-free card. So R.O.B's Nair landing, yeah, you could parry it if you're I mean, he could just do it at a random time or just do something else. But if you're not parrying it perfectly all the time, then he could just land with Nair, and if you don't have a fast up to shield, then he actually has the frame advantage. Like, he can literally do like Nair, and then if he reads you jumping, he just does up tilt into a combo. Or just he has a lot of fast moves. Like you can, it's self-explanatory. He has frame advantage. Then we have Mega Man. The only person MKLeo lost to at Evo was Kameme, and it was a 2-0 set loss. Even before this, I was also thinking this character was very strong. I think projectiles in Smash are very good. I've also thought Mega Man was underrated in Smash 4, so keep that in mind too. So this lines up with my old opinions as well. This character, if you're trying, let's say, you know how you can shield grab a lot of characters' ledge stands at the edge? You know what Mega Man can do? He can just get up, drop down from ledge, double jump up with the leaf shield, and then he has the advantage. And if you happen to drop shield to try to grab or react improperly or anything, or you're not expecting that, then you eat like 20 damage. And Mega Man can just be like, oh, he blocked it. So he still, even if you successfully block it, he has mix-ups where he can like dash away or jump away, and then he can decide if he wants to shoot it left or right at you anyway. So there's like mix-ups upon mix-ups, just even after you block the leaf shield. That's just leaf shield alone. He can camp you the whole game, and you always have to approach him unless you have a solid lead. But if you don't have a solid lead on him, he can just keep playing his slow camping game the whole time. Next we have Snake. Now all these other characters just have solid results across the board consistently. And there's so many people that do good with Snake that it's obvious that this character is like top 10 easily. Do I think he's overrated? Yes. But do I also think he's clearly top tier? That is also yes. He has a lot of tools. He's up smash at the edge, run away the whole time. Because there's input delay, like in a world where Ultimate had 1 frame input delay instead of like 6, Snake would be worse because you could just react to everything easy. But he'd still be good, but he wouldn't be as good. Because it's not the case, because of input delay, you can just keep spamming safe things. Like, okay, if the up smash doesn't work out, it's not a big deal. If the grenade doesn't work out, it's not a big deal. If the side B missile edge guard doesn't work out, it's not a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal if these things don't work because Snake doesn't get punished for it. Oh, also, did you know Snake has a frame 6 down out of shield? That's the speed of Bowser's up B out of shield. So Snake has Bowser's up B out of shield, except it does even more damage in my. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it does even more damage. I don't have Wario. In recent times, I don't know if Wario's better than Snake, to be honest. But I know he's top 10. Maybe I put him slightly too high. But there's a lot of Warriors that do good. From Tweak being like super dominant in all these sets in the past with Wario. You all know that. If you followed Tweak since the beginning, you know he's so many set wins on Wario. He's 3-0'd so many top players with Wario. And then you have Gluttony, and who's constantly getting good results. And then like every Japanese player has like a Pocket Wario and does good results. Okay, after this, I'll talk about Zero Suit Samus. I think Zero Suit's one of the most underrated characters in the whole game. She did not deserve buffs. All the people being like, okay, let's buff Zero Suit. Zero Suit's bad. Keep in mind, Zero Suit's mid-tier. No, that was never the case. They all played you like a fiddle. You were all fooled. And because of that, she got buffed when she didn't need to get buffed. Her down B now goes extra far. You thought it was broken before? Well, now, oh, you want to try to edge guard her? Nope, down B. Oh, you're juggling her. You have the advantage. Nope, down B. Oh, and now it goes extra far. So she extra gets out of jail free. How many characters have a good recovery? How many characters have a good juggle? All that advanced state, that's thrown out because now her down B is amazing. Her other stuff is more like kind of just wait you out. She has the best. She also has the best dash speed in the game. In the entire game, she actually has the #1 dash. I don't know if you guys know that. Next, I'll have Olimar. I think Olimar's nerfs were over-exaggerated. It's definitely obvious that Myran did worse and Shuton did worse. But I still think the character is really good. I've been watching the turns recently too. Like I saw the Tweak versus the Tweak set against the Buzz, and Tweak's considered now the Buzz is very, very good, but Tweak's considered the 2nd or 3rd best player in the world, and Tweak couldn't even do anything in that set. His Wario got destroyed. His Pokemon Trainer got destroyed. He just couldn't do anything in the entire set. And all 3 games, it was a 3-0, and it was like a convincing 3-0. Some things, they're just bad design. Like the shield, getting shield poked, and of course people will bring that up. Getting shield poked, that sucks, and that's just bad design. But if you're talking about just how good a character is usually, that's a different topic altogether. Good design is one topic, and how good a character usually is another topic entirely. Getting randomly shield poked sucks and is bad design. But that doesn't mean the character will usually be that bad. It just means that those instances really suck and are unfortunate. Then we have Pokemon Trainer. I definitely think Pokemon Trainer is a top 5 character. If you actually look at my old tier list, even before Ultimate came out and early Ultimate meta, I also kind of theory crafted to be top 5. It's basically the theory craft of kind of like full potential of a character. You could just find one character that's good at this and then just keep switching when they're optimal. Like Squirtle at low damage. He's really hard to hit. His forwarder has like no lightning lag. He has a super fast jab, frame 6 grab, really fast out of shield. By the way, his down out of shield and back out of shield and shield grab all lead to his grab. By the way, his grab leads to like a 50 damage combo. If you're a heavy character, it's even a bigger combo. There are combos you can do to optimize and just make him amazing. Squirtle alone can do the job. He's the only character who can switch between 3 characters. So that means he has options where other characters don't. You can keep adapting, and it's always in your favor because you don't have to switch. He has a 1-frame Pokemon switch, which gets him out of combos that aren't true. So situations where Wario can up-throw up-air you and you're screwed, well, it's actually 50-50 on him. Now, I mean, it's dangerous if he has a fart, because he can just wait for it and fart you, but that's just that specific scenario in that matchup. But you get the idea of what I'm saying. There's a lot of tools. Very, very strong character. Top 5 easy. After that, I think Palutena is a top 3 character. I've talked with Salem and Dark Wizzy about this, and they both agree the character is really broken. A lot of Palus are like, Palu's not a good character. Nara's not winning first. But look at how good all the Palus do consistently. People that you haven't even heard of in the last Smash game. So many people who were not nearly as highly ranked in the last Smash game, with the exception of Nairo, they all tend to just now to make a name for themselves because they picked up Pal and they do well. Now, but also look at the character's tools. She has good spacing, a safe back air that actually beats other moves, dash attack that beats other moves. So like if you try to land and challenge it with an aerial, she just wins. Grab, you can just down throw Nair and down throw forward air, and just, she has so many 0 to 60 combos. Is there a platform? Well, she can randomly mix up and teleport cancel to it. And she has good range. Like the Nair has even more range than it looks a lot of the time. It's just like I come down with like Wolf's Nair or something, and usually it doesn't even trade with the Palu Nair in my experience. I just get eaten up, and then if I get Nair at low damage, I take tons of damage. So you have to play a specific way just to not get grabbed. If you forget that, you're screwed. And if she realizes you're playing that certain way, she can just play around that on purpose. She has a lot of tools, dude. I think she's easily top 3. I don't know why people underrate her so much. Next, I'll have Pikachu. I think Pikachu's one of the best in the game. I don't know exactly how good. He could be the best in the game, and Isam did just win the major. If you watched my last tier list videos, you already know all the reasons. Like up throw thunder, and then the edge guarding, and then the neutral beast spam, and it's just like a better. It's basically just better Pichu at this point. You can just go to the end of any of my old tier list videos. Just pick any of my old tier list videos, skip to the end of it, and then watch, and you'll just see my explanation for Pikachu. I'll just put Peach as, I think Peach could be a contender for the best. She might be the best character in theory. Like when I think about it, it's like there's a person called Ling Ling who just like does these def combos with Peach that even like Samstora is obviously a better player, right? But then there's even combos he can do to further optimize it. Like Peach can stall out Joker's Arson. She can stall out a lot of stuff really well, but she can also fight very well. And if you try to fight her up close and you don't play her a very specific way, she either turn upset a shield, def combos you, or down tilts and def combos you, or just back her nairs that low percent and def combos you, or not, maybe not def, but that's a lot of damage. Like, yeah, she got nerfed, and she doesn't lead into the forward air kill, but I think she's still a contender for the best. I'm not saying she is the best, but she's one of many contenders that could be the best. Don't take exact order to heart too much. Think more about like the theory craft of why these characters can be good, why they're rated the way they are, why they should or should not be rated the way they are, results, as well as theory craft, as well as not just what top players are doing, but high-level players as well, and a lot of factors. There's a lot to consider. So that is my tier list. I hope you guys like it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and then I will be releasing another tier list video after Terry comes out. So until then, I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.